play style, everything like that. For those of you tuning in on YouTube, welcome. I just started the recording, so I apologize for you only being able to get to see the point at which I just started in our draft. But welcome either way. So Rubik is going to be the follow-up pickup here for the side of Hikori. I believe that's because it's a very common support pickup that people like to play. It also makes it to where you have to be precarious about what heroes you pick, as the spells that Rubik can steal will be very beneficial for them if they are given into the wrong hands. Enchantress doesn't have a lot of great spells, but at the same time, like I said, it makes it to where you have to be careful about what heroes you do end up picking. That way, you can't lose your spells here. Storm Spirit is a pretty good one in that scenario because Storm Spirit has a really decent kit, but Rubik does not have the same mana pool that Storm Spirit usually does to support that sort of lineup of spells. And again, Enchantress does not have great things to steal. Steal. The spell steal is the name of the spell. Doesn't have great things to steal. Enchantress really just has enchant, because you can't steal impetus. You don't really see a point in stealing heal. So that's that scenario there. Speaking of the bans, though, as we're now in the second phase of banning, looks like they ban out the Marana and another signature offlane hero for the side of Egoboys. They ban out this Legion Commander. So Legion Commander, they probably banned it out because they wanted to take the Bat Rider for themselves, and since they had opening pick, they end up getting that pickup right off the get-go and make it to where nobody could really get that one in particular. So no Purge available for them, as well as no Snowball, which is another very good save for that kind of scenario.
Seconds remain. 5 seconds remain. It is Dire's ban. Ten seconds.
Ricky going to be banned out for the side of Hikori. I'll be right back. Sorry, just had to close the door there. Actually, you could probably see it in the camera. Yeah, you probably could have. Looks like they ban out the Tusk, as we've already stated. The Ricky being banned out is a very high potential core. The Egoboys don't really want to deal with the chance that Hikori have some pocket core that could win them the game, which in this scenario could very much be a hero, much like a Ricky. They ban out the Timbersaw as well. That was the one hero that might have been giving him a little bit of trouble last game. They get rid of that possibility as well. Still really good against the Enchantress too, so really high damage base potential. This then leaves open heroes like, what are the big signature heroes? I've seen a little bit of Skywrath. That's really about it. So with that being said, looks like the last ban from Hikori is taking a little bit of time here. What they ban, I'm not 100% certain.
Radiance ban.
Ban out the Chaos Knights, so that could be a pocket draft. Chaos Knight's been picked up a little bit as well. Now with the crit going back to completely RNG chance instead of just the scripted like 20-ish. No, it was a cooldown. It had like a 4-second cooldown, and then there was a talent that made it a 2-second cooldown. So you could always land the crit strike because it always healed. But now it's back to RNG chance, and some people's RNG is crazy. And in this game, the Radiant are going to pick up the Earth Spirit themselves to follow up Undying from Hikori. So the big thing is that last game we saw that the Phoenix was banned. Question is if we're going to see that Phoenix being picked up in this scenario for the side of the Radiant. But it makes it in a very precarious location because Earth Spirit spells are very hard to steal for a Rubik, while Phoenix spells are very beneficial for a Rubik to steal.
Seconds remain.
So this is a very serious sort of quandary if they are going to be able to get that one sorted. I would like to see more stuns, I'd say, on the side of the Radiant. I'd maybe like a core Sand King or something weird like that. Because this is a mid Storm Spirit. You don't run your Storm Spirit anywhere else.
Dyer's turn to pick.
Natures. Alright, so this is your 4 natures then, or this is your offlane natures, which means then this is the 4 Enchantress and the 5 Earth Spirits, or 5... No, it's 5 Enchantress, 4 Earth Spirit. With Nature's Prophet 3 and Storm Spirit mid, which means their safe lane is going to be the last thing to pick, unless this is the flex coming out from Tomato. Sven will be picked up, which was the only other hero really remaining in this pool. The last thing I could see that is really good for the Radiant in this scenario would be picking up the Lifestealer. Morphling gets banned out as the first ban out. That actually is another very specific hero that I've seen Tomato play as a safe lane player. Not entirely surprised by that at the end of the day. I'll be right back again.
10 seconds remain. 5 seconds.
I never understood why dogs don't like vacuums. Maybe it's because of the suction. I don't know. There's probably some scientific study behind why dogs don't like vacuums. But Sven is going to be picked up here. Whether you're a bad player or a good player, Sven is a very strong hero that can benefit off of whatever skill level that you actually are. So Ember Spirit will be banned out by Hikori, or by Egoboys, while Hikori still stick in with their safe lane ban out here. Egoboys does not think that this is a mid bat, so we don't exactly know for sure. While the Troll is going to be the last ban out from Hikori, so still a pretty good hero actually. There's not really great spells you could steal from that. What was I saying the other possible mid could be? Oh, it's a safe lane actually, so Lifestealer. I mean, Rubik has some pretty good spell steals from Lifestealer. Maybe they're trying to bait that in. I highly doubt they're trying to bait Lifestealer, but a pretty decent chance that they could be baiting a Lifestealer pick. In fairness, they do end up getting the pick themselves. They ban the Slardar, or they pick up Slardar. They ban the Invoker last, so I don't think Lifestealer is actually phased about the Invoker ban. So it might not be a Lifestealer pickup. And now with the Slardar as well, the minus armor with Sven Ag's Eventuality will do quite a bit of damage.
5 seconds remain.
Question is what they do end up picking for this. There's 10 seconds left. They have to have a safe lane core, but it can't be the Lifestealer. Slardar's pretty good against them. And this is your off-lane Slardar now. Nope, still going to be the Lifestealer. So not entirely phased by this at all. This is another one of those signature heroes that comes out from our boy Tomato. But Slardar will be in this pool. It looks like it's the safe lane lifestealer. Smash was the Viper last game, so it will be an off lane Nature's Prophet 3. Sladden will be the 4, while Zatak will be the 5, and Mr. Jeans on that mid Storm Spiritu. Now we're just waiting patiently here for our game to start. I am going to drink water.
Deepest sympathies.
All right. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the second total game for Egoboys today. I'm your caster, Party Petey. Egoboys will be on the side of the Radiant today for this game. Mr. Jeans, as we stated, will be the Storm Spirit. Smash will be the 3 Nature's Prophet. Might be a 4, actually, because I don't see a lot of Natures go for the Blightstone if you're going core, but this is probably still a core Nature's Prophet. It's got the fungal cap and everything, so. Earth Spirit 4, Beyond Sladden. It's going to go for the Urn as per usual. Boots following suit, and the Enchantress also going for her own Blightstone. So, pretty good. And then last but certainly not least, our boy Tomato will be the Lifestealer in the safe lane. Meanwhile, on the side of the Radiant, the Corey will be the team, or the side of the Dire, pardon. El Misho will be the Rubik. The Bat Rider will be played by Korn. Korn. By Vitally will be the Fishman himself. Sven will be played by Tierras, and Undying Yardik. So already, they do see that they have to get this disengaged. Sladden does not want to stay around, so will disengage, doesn't want to float around for too long, but looks like this will be a 2-2 even rune grab. No real contest that's going to go out by the side of the Dire here, so 2-2 even rune grab. It will be the off-lane Slardar, which means this is a 4 Rubik. A little bit confusing, as usually you would like to see a 4 Undying, but looks like it'll be the 5 Undying in this scenario instead. Somebody is taking a chapter out of IX Mike's book, as this is where I usually see our position 5s. Roll Ghost out is going to be disengaged by Yardik there. Yardik taking a lot of HP here, and Sven, without another Stormhammer, can't really get this engagement on them. Sladden just popping out. I know this is actually one of Sladden's signature heroes too, so this Earth Spirit's going to be a real nice hero to play. He knows what he's doing, basically the thing. Yeah, this is definitely one of Sladden's signatures, isn't it? Like, if I check his gems. Yeah, it's one of Sladden's signatures, so. Sladden getting his Earth Spirit in this game, whereas last game we didn't really get to see him run his signature Earth Spirit. We'll be blessed with his presence this game. And he's fine fighting this Undying. He knows how to win against this Undying. Speaking of winning though, back in the mid. Corrin. Looks like he's going for that double Sage Mask, which can result in a million different things. So that's why Sage Mask is a good thing to get 2 of now. If you are requiring the need to get that Slardar. Very low HP down here. This is a scenario where, like, I talk about maybe just going for Tranquil Boots as a Slardar. It's not great, I know. But, Tranquil Boots. You can't really die. But that makes it to where your core potential is a little bit weaker than your support potential. Because I run my Slardar as a 4. Which, as a 4 Slardar, all you need is a Blink Dagger. So, that's pretty much it. Eventually you go for that Silver's Edge because it's the Echo Saber now.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Looks like Yardic's courier gets clipped by Smash. That means these trees actually are the ones that killed it over here. Look at these boys. Look at these boys. Look at them go. They're little Hollow Knights. But treants, basically. That's actually like where... Oh, back in mid. Do see Pokhorn going to be in a bit of trouble here with Sladden doing his first rotation. He will end up getting this kill as Mr. Jeans will claim the first blood back in bottom, though. Lifestealer a little bit low. Does have a Fairy Fire available if things start to get a little bit too rough. But I don't think it will.
There is little hope for Dire's middle tower.
Oh no, Rubik. Oh, El Misho. I think he was trying to cut the creeps here, but he's about to get cut himself. El Misho actually wants to go for this Enchantress Courier. Does manage to get the enchant off, though, and El Misho is just like, alright, I'm out of here. I tried. I'm leaving. Goodbye. He's out of there. The big thing about this, though, is that the Lifestealer is still really contested in this lane, as Vitali is actually a really, really strong hero against this Lifestealer, because all you have to do is just get a bash, and as you can see here, he has 2 in Bash of Deep. So it'll do a lot of damage. Speaking of damage, though, back up in top lane. Sladden, you gotta be careful, my boy. You're giving this big old Undyne a lot of big old strength. Back at the mid, Mr. Jeans trying to see if he could get the rune, but bam, he's not gonna get it. Roll comes out, though. They do manage to find the jump and the pushback as well, and looks like Pokhorn going to go ahead and pop his illusion rune, but it's not going to change anything at the end of the day. But that being said, though, Sladden burning up, he has no real method of escape, and that I am wrong about. But back in the bottom, they're trying to go on this Lifestealer. They got the bash and the follow-up stun, but heal, my boy, heal. I think Lifestealer calling out the whole phase boots now. You see a very spectral-looking courier here. Leak Hallucination and Tinum Shot. Back in the mid, though, Mr. Jeans does manage to find the kill on Pokhorn, as Sladden, playing with patience, is going to stay in the lane and help them get this kill. That's the thing about Sladden, right? I remember watching him support, like, all the time, is that he would know how to patiently wait out the exact moment at which you could kill the hero. El Misho. They're going to be able to get this bounty rune, so they get the bounty rune pretty easily while Mr. Jeans walks up to the high ground. They're not going to find much with this, but Mr. Jeans turns this around as Zetox right on the corner. They do manage to find the slow, but can't quite get anything else sorted out on top of that. But El Misho, he's going to be in a bit of trouble here. The zip comes out from Jeans, and they will find this kill out on the Rubik. That being said, though, this courier, curious location, might be okay, might not be. He's good. And it looks like they might go for Pokhorn if they play this. They play the cards right, but the net goes out. Zetox does manage to get pushed only to the side. It's not going to end up getting pushed down behind, so able to play it a little bit well stagnated. On top of the fact that Enchantress is a very fast hero, especially with boots. How does one singular boot work for a hero with 4 hooves? No idea. This game does not present logic, it presents game. Pretty much it. Looking at our CS, oh, hang on, actually, we see Undying just dying off in the sidelines here up in the top, up to this Nature's Prophet, which I believe he TP'd onto. Yep, TP'd onto while Sladden gets the roll-in kick combo. Now the zip in from Mr. Jeans. They will get this kill on this silenced. Oh, silenced, yeah, right. Sladden has a silence. I'm like, there's no way this man has a Bloodthorn already. Orchid Malevolence, gosh. There's no reason to buy a Bloodthorn in this patch. There wasn't a reason to buy a Bloodthorn in the last patch. There's not a reason to buy a Bloodthorn in this patch. Orchid is still a very normal thing to go for. First tower being destroyed at 5 minutes in. This Nature's Prophet. Doing ham. Going ham. You see the Blade Mail actually is going to get picked up for this NP. This is something I've been seeing a lot recently for some reason. Nature's Prophet just picking up Blade Mails. And I don't exactly know why. Well, I can't tell you. That's basically what I'm saying. Little doggos. TP ult coming in from the mid onto Pokorn. He's going to be in a bit of trouble. Silenced up, deaded up. He's a dead boy. And this is why you ban out the Sladin Earth Spirit. The man is a god at this hero. Speaking of gods, though, Vitaly in a bit of trouble. Does drop the stun, but that means every other stun is available. And this is a dead Fishman. Back in the mid. Tower being clicked down. This is the power of this Enchantress, Nature's Prophet, and Sladin position 4, the god himself. Being able to rotate around, stun up heroes, and disengage, re-engage, and he's just one beefy boy. That's the thing about our Spirit. He's got 66 base damage right now with +2 with the Fairy Fire, but he's a strong man. You can't treat him lightly. 8 minutes in, 7 kills, 5k total net worth lead on the side of Egoboys. Smash finishing up his Blade Mail. He has these hard stat boots. Yardik is literally watching him farm their own creeps back in the mid. Mr. Jeans trying to confirm the rune. He is going to be able to find it. It's going to be this illusion rune here. And finds nobody on the high ground. And they're just like, I'm literally watching the Nature's Prophet farm our creeps in our jungle. While the Sven trying to farm what he can. Still running moderately high at net worth here. He actually expended ultimate to use in the creep wave to just stay alive in general. He will be going into that Morbid Mask, which goes into the Mask of Madness, then into the Echo Saber, which will eventually turn into a Silver's Edge. Gold goes out immediately. They're going to go out onto this now very fake-looking Storm. And Tombstone dedicated, so they're just going to disengage from this bad boy.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Let's go ahead and look at our net worth anyway, as we see that Sven is leading now in CS, but probably not in the net worth department, as we see he is 4th in the net worth. Storm Spirit leading the top of the net worth at 4.6k is going to go for the good old Kaya, as per standard. Maybe into the Bloodstone, but might just keep it as a Kaya for a little while there. Lifestealer, our boy Tomato, 2nd in the net worth, but digging up stuff, digging up bounty runes, is going to go for the Armlet or Mordigity with the Phase Boots. Following that will be our offlane Nature's Prophet running at 4,000, tied up with the Sven, going for the Blade Mail next on top of his already finished stat boots. Then we go over to the Sven, who is running 4th of the net worth, like I've said, is going to go for the Mask of Madness, then following suit into the Echo Saber, and then the Slardar, our offlane Fishman himself, having a real hard time, going to go for Drums next. Back in the mid, though, Batrider, who was also next in the net worth, running at 2.4, is going to be in a bit of trouble here, will end up eating the dirt, and will go into Drums next. Storm Spirit not exactly afraid of these fishmen as well as the undead zombie dude. With that being said, they want Sladin. They see that Sladin's a more achievable kill, but Sladin does have a roll available, does manage to get flipped off by Vitaly. Stun will be there as well as follow-up silence, but they get the kill on Yardik while Smash TP's in. They want this kill on Elshmo, and they will try for it. The stun is going to whiff as Mr. Jeans walks in front of this DD room, but he's got no HP, and Tierras is not afraid of that. And it looks like at the same time, they're going to get yet another kill, and the only person here is this Lifestealer who is trying to escape with his tree, and he didn't realize how many spells have been dedicated here. But now, looking at Vitaly, will he go after him is the question, but gotta let him go. Lifestealer unaware of the scenarios that were going down there. They did manage to lose their heroes there, and now Sven sitting at the top of the net worth with that team fight. He's still gonna go for the Echo Saber. It's still really standard, basically. You don't want to run anything else. Poke. Back lines. Seals Infest. Batch goes out, but they want Vitaly. They jump in there. The zip is available as well as the follow-up roll. The silence goes out as well. Are they going to be able to kill on Vitaly is the question. And no, they got to disengage. But at the same time, the Infest is there. They will allow that one to roll out through here. And Vitaly with so much speed. They get the stun. The Infest bomb can pop anytime, but Vitaly will eat the dirt as well. And they do drop a Remnant, but that Remnant is not going to do anything. Sladin, though, is going to get burned up by Pokorn here at the last second, while Elshmo sidelines, trying to hold what he can, will eat the dirt. Mr. Jean's going to take that one for himself. Steal my abilities, why don't you all steal your life?
Dire's bottom tower is in danger.
This bot tower is going down at now. Still the last tier 1 tower to the side of Dire. Dire, careful. Yardik, stunned up. Dipped in. Mr. Jeans finds the kill. Tries to drop the tombstone, dies. 4 level 5 Undying. By the way, Quelling Blade still available on Slardar. They do manage to find the slow, which purges his speed as well. And Vitali will eat the dirt. They do manage to steal open wounds, but that's not exactly a great spell to steal. And this is the big scenario about the Lifestealer, is that he has one spell that is good to steal. Actually, I guess you could steal Infest now, because Infest is actually really good. But stealing Rage or stealing Infest is what you want to get as a Rubik. Back up in the top lane. Aladdin playing with fire. Sierra's just finished the Echo Saber. He pops his ultimate. Can't find the right tree ring, and he's one dead man. And this could be bad. They steal their own ring themselves. Smash is like, okay, I gotta go. And go I shall. With that being said, that did allow Sladden to get out of there. I say Sladden, actually, that meant the Enchantress, as Mr. Jeans now to find a return kill, losing quite a bit of HP to that Nature's Prophet ultimate. Actually, that was their own, so losing just HP to the fire that came from Pukorn. But this is a much better spell to have as a Rubik in this scenario. You just sprout up your own trees and go to work. But this is the big thing, right? We still need to be careful about the fact that Sven, at the last 2 team fights, has not died. He has finished the Echo Saber. He's going to go for this BKB. And that's when things are going to get scary. As soon as this BKB is done and ready to go, this Sven is actually just going to dominate team fights, though. Speaking of domination, back down in the bot. Pally, just playing with fire here, as same thing with this Lifestealer. They see that he's got the activated armlet. The rest of Hikori is coming in. Will they be able to find him is the question. No blink on this Bat Rider. Can't find the lasso. Purges off the debuff. Lifestealer is out of there. Doesn't want to be any part of this 5-man rotation gank. 4-man rotation gank. You blew it indeed. Smoked up. On the side of Egoboys, they're looking for any possible re-engagement here, but the only person they saw was the Sven, and the Sven read it perfectly. Disengaged, went back under the tower to make sure he wasn't going to get picked off. And now we already see the first part of the BKB coming out, though. Now, team fight, we do see the Zip comes out. Vitali is going to be the first to fall here. Picked off by Mr. Jean. Smash TP's in. They find the kill on Yardik. Counter tree ring, not going to save him. Elshmo does manage to steal Zip. So he is zip-zapping out of there. Pardon, I'm dying. Pokorn. Yo, Pokorn. I don't know where you're going to be able to go, bud. The roll goes out. He gets spotted immediately. The stun, the silence, the follow pursuit, as well as the follow stun from Mr. Jeans. Spirit Brothers. Getting at him. Back in the mid. Smash TP's in. At the same time, they do see this Enchantress who's staying on the sidelines. They see Tiaras. They saw this man has 2100 HP. It's very scary to fight this Sven right now. Especially popping that R, you'll get that extra 160 damage percentile. Now they see. Here is the Lifestealer turning this around. He pops the Rage Infest combo wombo. Trying to get this Tombstone in time. Gets stunned up. He's actually just continually stunned. That Tombstone stays alive and now will result in the death of Sladden. And this is bad. Again, the 3rd team fight in a row where the Sven is living, popping his abilities, and killing heroes. If this keeps happening in this same way, it's going to look very scary for them to end up getting any sort of comeback going on. Well, it looks like this tower is going to be next on their to-do list. Ultimate available. Just cleaning up the tower. Gosh, Vitali just moves so quickly. That's the power of going into at least 3 Guardian sprints very early. Wards will be clicked down. Trying their best here. They will get this enchanted creep. They won't get this enchanted creep. They get the enchanted creep. So let's look at our build so far. The Storm Spirit now with the finished up Bloodstone is going to go for the Silence next. Nature's Prophet calling in what looks to be the Solar Crest as he has it now and primed and ready to go. Earth Spirit is trying to finish up the Spirit Vessel, which he's very close to doing. Enchantress
to their
trying to finish up a Crimson Guard, while the Lifestealer is going to go for a Haven's Halberd with the addition of the Desolator, giving him that 60 damage as well as the -7 armor per click. -6 armor per 7-second click. Next to that is the Rubik, still with the Zip Zappy boy himself, as Ball Lightning weirdly textured when he does the little Zip Zappity-doo. Rubik will be holding on to some money here. Back in the mid, though, big old team fight happening. They find the stun immediately out on this Lifestealer. He's trying to find anyone to click, but they want the Tombstone. The Tombstone's not going to happen. The lasso is there. This man needs a BKB. He's just getting caught out. They will find the kill, but the Sven finally goes down in this first team fight. And now, what Hikari are going to actually do here is the question. They get the kill on Yardik. They manage to find the return on Slatin, but Zip Zappity Doodah, Mr. Jeans, will find the return kill as a 3-for-2 trade here. And the first time ever your spend goes down with no BKB ready. He was ready to get that BKB too. Was very close to it. And now, they finally get the team fight that Egoboys have been looking for to shut down this Sven and make sure he doesn't come back at any point in time. They're going to start clicking on towers to make sure they get some more advantage with this one. The Slardar with no Blink Dagger or anything like that available. The Ball Lightning, though, comes out from Elshmo with a follow-up stun. Balls Zippity Doodah. They will find this kill on Smash. The power of Ball Lightning as a Rubik. Nice. He dug up a net. You don't want to send back the shovel unless you're going to give it to your Undying. Okay, it's going to the Undying. So now So let's go ahead and look at the dire items, right? So first one we saw was looks like now the finished Aether Lens, as he did manage to get this kill. The Bat Rider going to go for the Boots O Travel. The Slardar going to go for the Solar Crest of his own, while Sven still trying to finish the BKB, and Undying just happy to be involved, basically. That's the unfortunate part about being a support player in this kind of meta, is that it's just hard for him to end up gaining a lot of money, and gaining a lot of, like, big scenario cash in this. Jesus, Enchantress actually got bashed like every single time he could have been bashed. Ring of Aquila is going to be dropped, meaning Enchantress is going to pick up a different item. What that item will be, I have no idea. But now they have the Aegis. I believe it's out onto the Lifestealer, who is tied for first in the net worth, sitting at that Heaven's Halberd very, very closely behind. Essence Ring picked up for Sven. That's a good one, but he's going to hold on to the Vambrace. And now the BKB is primed and ready to go. Not revealed quite yet, as they are smoked. Oh no. Lifestealer falling for the fishy bait. Is going to get bashed. Does get hit with the R. He doesn't have Rage, and that's the Aegis down already. The counter zip, though, from Mr. Jeans. They want to get any sort of return kill here, as Tiaras does have BKB, and they have yet to pop it and reveal it. But now, I think the rest of Egoboys see that there is this BKB on this man, and they get this insta-give out onto Tomato with the follow-up on Smash. This is actually huge for Hikari. If they end up getting a lot of these trades here, the zip comes out from Eshmo, does have enough for the lift, puts him down, gets the follow-up stun, immediately bursted. And what does that Aegis do for you? Absolutely nothing. Say it again. So, yeah, that was absolutely huge for Hikari. Like, I know that the net worth does say 12k, 13k now for the side of the Radiant, but if they keep on taking team fights like this, that net worth is going to slowly depreciate down in value. And this could immediately be Hikari's game. And in more specific, Tiaras' game. But that being said, there's only one core on the side of Hikari. Net worth-wise. So if they just kill the Sven, then they win. But the problem is, Sven's hard to kill. And soon he's going to have an AC, so he's going to be even harder to kill at the end of the day. So that's why Egoboys, they're trying their best to try and end this game now.
Radiant are scanning for enemies.
Radiant drop the scan. They do find somebody on the high ground. Yardik is hanging out. I mean, they do see each other, so Bounty Ring going to be picked up by Vitali. Almost finishing that Solar Crest. He's very close to it. I say he's very close. He's at the $2,100 item at the moment. Scan goes out. No ward to spot this out. I love this aggressive smoke. Vlad now up on the hill. He's about to break this smoke, actually. Ooh. Oh, Sladden's broken the smoke. He's rolling out of there. Sentry to give them the split vision. And they're like, guys, get out there. They're in our jungle. We need to disengage. And everyone's playing this exactly as I had anticipated. As soon as the smoke broke, we're just going to be like, all right, well, let's just walk down the bottom, clean up these bot creeps, and maybe try to click this tower a little bit. Put down some counter aggression.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Outpost being taken. There is no outpost capability to steal the side of Akori. This tower is still alive. This is the closest one they could get. Courier's this. Nature's Prophet Courier. Waiting to finish the AC by the looks of it.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Engagement. Secondary smoke. Pokorn is going to get revealed. They go for Sladden. It's the first one that they see. And he is very dead. Sladden with no buyback available, not anytime soon. Now they're looking to go for this Lifestealer. Trying to get the catch on him is the big thing. Z-Talk is there if they want the enchant. The silence is now revealed on the Batrider. Onto the Batrider as Mr. Gene zips in with it. So they will be able to disengage for the time being. That being said, though, Z-Talk, Mask of Madness will be able to hold him over is the question. Not gonna happen. They will find this kill. And they will have to leave. They're going to start TPing out because they do see that Smash is ratting. Looks like a little circle spot going out there by Sladden. He's like, okay, there's some sort of vision here that's proving to be very difficult to fight against. Currently, it is just an enchanted enchant creep. This is the best thing about being able to infest large creeps, is that the Ancient Dragon Fireball is so good for pushing. And now it's dead. I think you go for evasion in this scenario, right? You want to be able to evade as many attacks from this Sven as humanly possible. Speaking of the Sven, though, about to get this free top tower. If he keeps going for it is the question. Bot tower will go down. Lifestealer finds this kill. He's going to go for a Basher next, so... Not going to go for a pocket BKB on top of his Rage. 6 seconds, so you'd have no BKB for that 12-second period. So is a broom handle, though. I imagine there's nothing better than a broom handle. There is nothing better than a broom handle.
Go for my master.
Storm Spirit trying to zip in, finding at least one engagement here. They do end up getting the jump on Vitaly, but will it be enough is the question. Immediate disarm actually onto this Sven, so that's real huge. They do manage to slow it down for the time being, but Tiaras loses all of his HP to smash Blade Mail. They will clean up this Tombstone. Elshmo staying on the sidelines, not going to help him. That zip, not there in time. He will end up getting this kill. Mr. Gene's jumping to the high ground, though. He's got to be careful. This AC is now ready and picked up on the Sven. And this is going to help them be able to re-engage in the team fight. They won't have God Strength, but at the same time, they don't have a Nature's Prophet. Buybacks immediately out from the Hikari squad. They're just like, they're going to be able to get this tower, and we don't want them to click a tier 3 here. And click the tier 3 they will, because there's not much they can really do to contest it. Counter zip goes out. Infest Wounds, not going to change anything here, as Lifestealer needs to disengage, heal up for a little bit. Does have 21 charges, and will stand on top of Z-Talk for the Enchantress heal for that one period of time. Nature's a tendency finds the salve actually and just salves up the Lifestealer. So that's actually really good. I'd say take back the outpost. It won't really actually do much here. Very aggressive ward being here. They did manage to see this smoke as a result of it, I believe, because this should have... Oh, no, they might not have, because they smoked right here instead. Nature's ult whizzes through. Unable to find anything. They're holding underneath the tower for now. The Hikori squad really can't leave the base, but at the same time, they kind of have to get some sort of farming thing going on here. But at the same time, Egoboys need to be able to click towers. Like, their draft is based around being able to click towers. BKB is next for the Nature's Prophet. Following that is still going to be BKB for the Storm Spirit. Lincoln Sphere is going to be for the Earth Spirit, Force Staff for the Enchantress, and Lifestealer. I believe just finishing up that Basher. So the Basher is going to be his primary item here. Looks like the Greater Fairy Fire and Spider Legs are going to be found here. So I imagine either one of these two items is going to go on to this Lifestealer. Looks like it is going to be the Fairy Fire. Paladin Sword. Never mind. All right, recycle that bad boy. Put the Paladin Sword on the Lifestealer. Increases regen by 17 total percent. Pretty much good to go. Corey, they gotta play it careful. They got this Blink Dagger now up on the Bat Rider if they want to try to get aggressive engagement. Bat Rider working on BKB next. Slardar working on his own Heaven's Halberd while still trying to keep the back up on top. Elshmo gets zipped upon by Mr. Jeans and Darkstay, getting the Infest Bomb Boy. TP out from the Sven as well, TPing from the low ground here. By low ground, I mean from all the way at the bottom lane. He is slotting for the various items that could allow him the chance at victory in this game. The Monkey King bar to be able to hit the Lifestealer once he goes for that evasion, which he's not level 20 yet, and we don't quite know if he's going to go there. But the Monkey King bar is exactly a big chunky damage item that this Sven needs. Next to that would probably be going something like the Daedalus. Usually that's what you see first is that Daedalus. The low Sven, they just crit and kill people. Speaking of crit and kill, though, zip in now from the Storm Spirit, as well as the follow-up silence, the secondary stun on Vitaly. Darkstay trying to find the return here. The Bash not going to get clicked on here, but at the same time, they want this Sven. They solo out the Sven while the lasso for this Bat Rider is zipping him away. Bat Rider blinks up to the high ground, back into the mid, though, as they get the tree ring on the Sven. Sven does not want to use abilities. He will just go ahead and sacrifice his life for forfeit. Does have buyback available. The TP out on Vitaly is going to be able to get this disengaged. Smash comes in at the last second. They will be able to find that kill, and now they're looking towards the mid so they can finally get this push going on here. The Sven has to buyback if they want to try to do anything here, but I don't think they're going to be able to afford to run a Sven buyback. They want to wait as long as humanly possible. Fortification plus Prepare Kit going out. It won't be enough, though, as Radiant will do the counter fortification, allowing their creeps to remain alive for that little bit of time, and they finally get the tower. Now they do force out the double buyback from the Hikori squad. We do have the rest of Egoboys trying to disengage from this one. The Enchantress spell is going to be the one stolen at the end of the day, but it's not going to do anything. Lifestealer at the same time rolling back in, trying to find one engagement. Can't find the kill. Out onto on the Pokorn. They do manage to get the stun out onto poor Sladden, and ha ha. Well, he will end up going down, throwing out the laughs there about just how precarious that entire situation was for them. So at the end of the day, though, they still manage to come out on top. They trade one hero, but they get a lot of gold in exchange from killing off the tower there, as well as forcing out a double buyback. I imagine at this point in time, you play out for the Roshan and try to figure out whether or not you're going to be able to get a re-engagement anytime soon. That being said, the Aegis is still live on the Lifestealer, and the cheese somewhere, I'm not entirely sure where it is actually. It might just be sitting in the base, or it might not have even been picked up. Might have been already consumed in a previous team fight. I imagine that might have been exactly what happened, as it was consumed in the last team fight back in the mid. Team fight potentiality, jump on the Lifestealer, but the enchant is there to slow down Pokorn's adjustment here, and Lifestealer zip down to low ground is going to go ahead and show off his brand new Abyssal Blade, jumps into Mr. Jeans, drops the Infest Bomb. They want to get this Tombstone down. They will find the kill on Pokorn at the sidelines. At the same time, Vitaly going to find the return stun. I got to get something going on here. Vitaly trying to zip away. He's doing his best as the big fish man he is. He will exactly do that while the Sven is trying to get away as well. It gets the TP off in the mid lane. Nope. Everyone is going to be going off there. They only lose 3 in that time scenario. The Bat Raider buyback is still available, but all of Egoboys' heroes is still alive, and they are ready to go. BKB is expended, yes, but the BKB available on the Nature's Prophet as well as the Lifestealer still walking around with this Aegis. The zip comes out from the Rubik, but the counter zip from the big old Storm Spirit. He wants to get this kill, but no BKB being popped just yet. 7 seconds left on cooldown. They do manage to find the kill on Elshbo, and you blew it. It's going to be thrown out there by the Storm Spirit. The GG from the Hikori squad will be enough to take this engagement, as Egoboys will take their second game of the day. This one a little bit more challenging than the last. Egoboys still running with a 34k overall net worth lead, 32 and 17. It was still a very possible chance for that Sven to come back. It was looking a little bit grim at that 17k net worth advantage point, but at the same time, it's just there was one core that was farming this whole entire game in comparison to the Radiant, in comparison to Egoboys, where they were really only farming with what little amount of gold and what little amount of what little amount that they actually had to run into that on top of that. So Egoboys able to take their second game of the day. I believe looks like the round of 16 is supposed to be played ASAP as well as the quarterfinals. So now, with that being said, let's go ahead and look at the bracket, which none of you can see, as we are trying to... Looks like their next game is going to be Omega versus God Genesis. The winner of Omega God Genesis will end up... Oh my gosh, it just started. The winner of Omega God Genesis will end up fighting Egoboys into the quarterfinals.